Let me explain this example. Draw a box and whisker plot that represents the commuting times of 20 randomly selected New York workers. A steam leap plot is given. According to the key, what is the first number? It is 5. Second number, 10. The last number, 85. All numbers or all observations are in minutes. Now we understand the dataset. Next, draw a box plot. How to draw the box plot? To draw the box plot, we need to find the 5 number summary. What is the 5 number summary? That is the minimum, Q1, Q2, Q3 and the maximum. How do we find the 5 number summary? First, we need to write down our data set in increasing order. Since we have a stem leaf plot, it is not hard to write numbers in increasing order. Once we have our ordered data set, we can find the minimum and the maximum easily. Next, we need to find the Q2, that is the median. How do we find the Q2? To find the Q2, we consider the ordered data set and find the middle number. You can find the middle number very easily. But let me explain in this way. How many data? 20. That means n equal 20. Then we can find the position of the median. 20 plus 1 divided by 2. That means n plus 1 divided by 2. It is 10.5. I explained this method in a previous video. If you cannot remember, please go back to the video and watch it again. Now we know the position 10.5. Therefore, we should consider the number 10th and 11 numbers and get the average of these two numbers. That is 22.5. So that is the median. Once we have a median, we should divide our data set into two parts. Why? To find the Q1 and Q2. As I explained in a previous video, to find the Q1, we should consider all observations before the median or left of the median. So therefore, we should understand the observation left of the median. Similarly, to find the Q3, we should understand the data set or observation right of the median. 22.5 is not in the data set. However, all the data left to the median and right to the median should be considered to find the Q1 and Q3 respectively. Now, how do we find the Q1? Yes, as I mentioned before, we should consider only the observation left to the median. Therefore, these are the observations we should consider for the Q1. Then find the position of the median. Here now we have only 10 observations. Therefore, the position is 5.5. Then we need to consider 5th and 6th number and get the average of these two numbers. That is 15. Then we need to find the Q3. How do we find the Q3? Again, as I mentioned before, we need to consider all observations right of the median. Right? Because we don't count the median. Okay, now we know the observations and find the middle number. Yes, let me explain by finding the position of the median. It is 5.5. That means 5th and 6th one. Then get the average of these two numbers. That is 42.5. Now we know the 5 number summary. What is the next? Once we have a 5 number summary, we should find the outliers. To find the outliers, we need to find the IQR. What is the IQR? IQR is Q3 minus Q1. So, in our case, it is 27.5 in minutes. Right. Now, go to the outliers. How do we find the outliers? We know according to the steps, first we need to find the Q1 and Q3, then find the IQR. Yes, we already completed these two steps. Then we need to find the lower bound and the upper bound. Once we have a lower bound and upper bound, we can consider the data or observation below the lower bound and the above the upper bound. All observations below the lower bound and above the upper bound are outliers. Right, now let me find the lower bound first. We know Q1 and IQR, so we can find the lower bound. It is negative 26.25. Similarly, you can find the upper bound using Q3 plus 1.5 times IQR. It is 83.75. Once we have lower bound and upper bound, now consider again our ordered data set. So lower bound is negative 26.25. So no any numbers below the lower bound. Therefore, no any outliers below the lower bound. Right. Then how about the upper bound? It is 83.75. We see we have a one observation above the upper bound, that is 85. Therefore, 85 is an outlier. Now we have all the information what we need: minimum, Q1, Q2, Q3 and max. You see now maximum is 65. What happened? Yes, you see again here our maximum was 85, right? But 85 is an outlier. Once we understand 85 is outlier, we consider the rest of the data and we don't consider the outliers. That means we take off outliers from the data set. Once we remove our outlier, which is 85, what is the maximum number? Maximum is 65. Therefore, we need to change our maximum to 65 now. Right? Now we know minimum and maximum and the Q1, Q2, Q3. Therefore, we can draw the box plot according to our numbers. So we have only one outlier. So you can draw the box plot like this. So this is the box plot for this example.